Today's message is that you are pretty enough, you are worthy enough to be seen right now. No more waiting to be your perfect self, to look like your perfect self, to do what you feel called to do. I cannot express how many times I have put things on hold because I wanted to be at my perfect self before I did them so that it could fit the image in my mind when those steps were required to be this perfect self. So I know that there's a lot of you out there that know you're destined for really big things, that want to do these really big things and feel like just all of that importance that you have inside of you that you want to share, and you're not doing it, and you're waiting because you don't think that you look pretty enough, because you don't think you're worthy enough to be seen, because of whatever reason. And I'm here to tell you that that is not true, and also that is pushing that perfect self that you have in your mind, that is pushing that person, that version of you, further away. The more that you hate on yourself and you are constantly telling yourself that you need to be better and better and better, it is great to constantly pursue improvement. As humans, we just grow, we evolve, we improve, we get better. That's how it should be. But that should not be without recognizing and loving and giving gratitude to the person who you are right now. Because every single time that you tell yourself, oh, well, I'm not going to post that YouTube video. Oh, well, I'm not going to go and take those pictures. Or I'm not going to go and pursue this and put myself out there until I look good enough. You are telling the version of you right now, you're not worthy because you don't look good enough. The version of you that is watching this video, that is doing the work to be better, that is reading the books, that is doing the healing, that is getting in all of those uncomfortable shadows and all of those dark places so that they can be illuminated and so that you can progress and you can evolve. You are telling that person that is doing all of that profound, hard work that you are not worthy of being seen and being credited because you don't look good enough. And that is fucked up. That is fucked up. Like, I need you to know that is like some mean girl shit. That is some mean person shit. Imagine seeing somebody work their ass off. You see them putting in all of this work, like putting in so much work, being so passionate about certain things, and you straight up told them, well, do better, you don't look good enough, so it doesn't really matter. Huh? Because this version of you right now is putting in all of that hard work so that you can be that version of you that you have in your head, that full potential version that you have in your head. This version of you right now watching this video put in all of the work, all of that hard work, might I add, so that you can progress forward. And the more that you keep bypassing her, him or her, them, and constantly dogging on them on how they can do better and not giving them credit, not loving them, and treating them like a hard-working, righteous being, how do you expect to progress into that full potential person when you can't even acknowledge the person and that is here doing that work so that you can be that? Until you do that, until you accept who you are right now, Tell yourself that you are beautiful right now, that you are worthy of being seen, that you are worthy of being addressed and credited for all of the hard work that you do, for all of the knowledge and wisdom that you carry right now, and you don't have to wait to look a certain way. You are worthy, and all of that all of that effort, all of that wisdom, all of that love that you carry right now is still important. That person, you right now, you are worthy of being seen. I'm proud of you. You are putting in so much work, and it is hard work. It does not matter if someone else doesn't recognize it as hard work. You know how hard it is to face those shadows. You know how hard it is to rebuild yourself up after being knocked down, to create these new habits that you weren't born with, to reprogram your subconscious. You know how hard that work is. That's not something that, you're posting every single day or you post 100% of. That's stuff that's like happening all of the time. Even when you think you're messing up, even on your bad days, the fact that you're self-aware enough to know that you want to do better just means that, like, you're already there. You know? So yeah, I want you to, tonight, sit in front of the mirror and take a look at yourself and try to be neutral. Sit silently with yourself, looking at yourself for a few minutes. Notice what's coming up. Don't judge yourself. Just let things come up and bubble up naturally. Are you judging yourself? Are you looking at the little pooch on your tummy? Are you looking at your puffy face? Are you not content? What's coming up? And then I want you to very intentionally thank yourself. Look at yourself and remind yourself that this person that you're looking at is putting in so much work, is going through so many battles mentally, spiritually, physically, is going to war for you so that you can be the best version of yourself every single day. That person in front of you is brave enough, is resilient enough to keep showing up, to keep getting hurt and getting back up, to keep making mistakes and learning, to keep going to war every single day for you. And you're looking at that person and you're judging the tiniest little things that you don't like about them physically. Not at all considering or thanking them for showing up every single day, crucifying themselves so that you can have this version of you that you put on a pedestal. But I think that the version of you that you're looking at is amazing. It's like so admirable. And I want you to think about that. I want you to journal that. And when I did that practice, I just immediately started sobbing. I was like, holy fuck. Like, I have been so hard on myself, not realizing or not even considering, like, how much effort I've been putting in, how hard it's been to rewire my brain to go into these really dark places so that I can illuminate them and liberate my mind. For me, this was specifically around an eating disorder my eating disorder, or the disorder, I'm just gonna call it the disorder, that I was battling with that kept on coming into my life, that I had finally gotten help with this year. I had gotten professional help and a therapist for the first time ever after years and years of dealing with this and thinking that I was always able to manage it on my own. This year was a year that I've struggled with it the most. And I was resilient to just continue to show up, to heal myself, to do these things that were so scary, like eat foods that I created such fear around, to not like weigh myself, to not like overwork out, and to rest for a few months. It was hard. I kept on backtracking, and that's why it took way longer. But to do that and gain a little bit of weight, but face my fears, do this hard work so that now in the future I never have to deal with it again. That is so worth it. And I look at myself and I look at those extra pounds that I've gained that I would judge myself for and that I was so upset about and that I thought was holding me back so much, and I'm just like, wow, like you were willing to do something that scared you so much, like gain weight, eat foods that like terrified you, not overwork yourself, let yourself just not worry about body image so much for a little bit. That's terrified me. And you did that for me. So that now I can move forward in my life and move past this obstacle and this shadow that has been going on for years. And I don't want to say like I'm 100% healed, but baby, I'm feeling like it. Like, I'm really feeling like it. Like, holy fuck. Especially with getting professional help. I advise that so much. If you are dealing with an eating disorder, if you've ever have, seek professional help. I, for years, because I am so self-aware, and, love self-improvement, and living a very, healthy, holistic life, figured that I would be able to, handle it on my own and battle it on my own. And I was taking the right steps, but having that professional help for something that was so, deep-rooted, changed everything. So please consider seeking professional help if you struggle with disordered eating, whether or not you're in a super bad phase with it, or you're doing okay, or you're feeling like you're, doing good right now. If you've dealt with disordered eating or body dysmorphia, you know that there's periods where you can do fine, and it's just a cycle. It comes back. And I can say very proudly and confidently that I faced my fears. I gained the weight. I ate the fucking food that I created so much fear around. I threw away the caring what others thought. I'm like, well, what if people know me as this healthy person, or, people want me to be a baddie and to be, perfect and sexy. I have to, uphold whatever, fuck that shit. Fuck it. I'm so proud of myself for gaining that weight, for eating those foods, for learning my hunger cues, not living on a diet or I have to eat at this time or intermittent fasting, or figuring out what my body likes, what it doesn't like. It was trial and error. It was really fucking hard. And I did it. And I used to tell myself that I had to wait to record myself, to do these things until I was thin enough, until I was beautiful enough. And when I regressed back and I gained weight because I decided to go on this healing journey so that I'd never have to deal with it again, I was like, wow. So now I have to wait even longer. Wow. No. I'm showing up now as this version of me that gained that weight, that did that healing, and I'm putting myself out there because I am worthy of being seen as I am right now. And I had to be, and I have to be who I am right now so that I can be that bomb ass version of myself that I envision. And she's bomb as fuck, and I'm bomb as fuck. And those versions of myself are like, they love each other. I swear, they talk to each other. And I'm so like in love with myself. I can't help but be like so extremely in love with myself. Because I devoted like so much. I devoted myself to bringing out that best version of myself. I went to war. I did the scary things so that that person can exist and thrive. And that's just a new revelation that I've had, and it's lifted so much off of my chest, just off of my energy, my aura. It feels like there was this cloud that was always there, no matter how much work I put in, and that was something that was missing for so long, that now has just been liberated, and I want others to experience that liberation. So yeah. Thank you so much for listening and being here with me. I hope that you are able to find so much gratitude and love and admiration for the version of you that you are right now. Have a beautiful day.